Welcome everyone. It's so wonderful to have you all in our today's session. We are here to celebrate with all of you our virtual launching ceremony for the first time in Bangladesh, Leadership for Risk and Governance Institute. And this unique collaboration we are bringing on this stage with the collaboration of FINSalliance and your beloved DLeader. Today we are here. Why and what we are gonna do? I'm gonna share a little bit, but before that, we have respected guest of speakers, storytellers with us. I'm gonna introduce all of them with you all. We have our co-facilitator and partner of this event, Shahnaz Sultana. She is the CEO of FINSalliance, Risk Advisory and Consultancy. She is working in this arena for 30 years plus and with lots of wisdom. We have with us today Nazrul Chowdhury Bhai. He is FCS and one of the renowned corporate governance specialist of our country, as well as he is serving the ICSB, Institute of Chartered Secretariats of Bangladesh, as a fellow member. With his wisdom, today we are going to explore why a leader need to have capacity and competence on risks and governance and why that's particularly important in our country. Today we have another guest speaker with us, Mostafa Monira Firdouse. She is the CEO of Carbon Valuation Service Limited, and today with her wisdom we are going to explore how ESG, environmental, social and governance paradigm, is very important and what are the scope here to work and to develop to handle the risks in our country. And dear audience, today we are having this live streaming in all social media with you all. As usual, you all always showered your love and trust on us. So we are with you all in LinkedIn, YouTube and Facebook. With us in Zoom, we have some guest participant and you all are listening and viewing through this social media. So through our program, if you have any inquiry or anything you wish to share with your valuable opinions as well, feel free to comment, feel free to reach out. And if you think you wish to jump in our session, there is the link provided all event page. Just click and be with us. So what is our session plan for today? Today, I'm welcoming you all, already it's done. Then I'm gonna give you a brief journey of DLeader, and then we're gonna have a story from FINSalliance, the journey, how they are serving our community leaders with fintech and wisdom. After that, you will jump into the panel discussion. That panel discussion, it's not like traditional, it's more like sharing a story, what we are doing in our particular area and how as a leader we can contribute more. We will explore and hear stories with our guest. And then the most important ceremony gonna be unskirting with you all. Yes, our virtual launching ceremony, and with all of your insights and sharing question, we are gonna have and explore the Q&A session. So be with us. First, about DLeader, most of you actually wish to know why it's D, why not ABC, or why it's the meaning, what's D actually carry? So D means it's dignify your leadership, and when a leader pursue its follower team with guidance, with care, with knowledge, with clarity, everybody has a genuine smile. And if you use the emoji D to show that genuine smile, that's actually D. And we nourish that smile with coaching and mentoring. And DLeader, this is the first startup on the basis of coaching and mentoring in our country. We are working from 2017. And now it's 2025, nearly 8 years we have crossed with your loves and blessing. From DLeader, we serve individual client, team, and organization. We have worked more than with the banner 1000 plus hours in coaching and mentoring. And we have served leadership coaching, storytelling coaching, systemic sustainability. We have ESG coaching, board meeting facilitation, strategic development, team building, dignity, startup and entrepreneurial coaching. In our country, we served nearly 50 plus organizations, and we have lots of people, the community. We are regularly doing community of practices. And what is the uniqueness of D? The uniqueness of ours is we are not only the training provider, we are not only helping your team to maintain the law and compliance, we are always going more than law, beyond the law and compliance horizon. When people feel seeing the segment, what I can do, so we are transforming that sentence like what I can do. So we are nourishing leader to explore their potential and to align with ally and group to create the community. And who am I and what I'm doing? You can see there are lots of ocean. Some showing the thunderbolt, some showing tsunami, some showing calmness. If I compare the mind of leaders, it's like ocean. Sometimes we are holding calm space. Sometimes we have lots of pressure. So as a coach and mentor, we have partnership with you anywhere, and we will brainstorm together to work out all this comfort zone together. So the leader is your partner in thinking process. And as a coach, I'm working in Bangladesh for more than 15 years as a coach, and I have some credentials. I always actually think it's not to show how good I am. Actually, it's to show my passion and credibility. And I'm always love to take responsibility of my team and client and organization that I am holding this space with 2000 plus tools and techniques that can be helpful for the participants. So in a nutshell, this is D and me. We have team members, we have created our platform. So anyone wish to work as a leader, as a coach with us, you can join us. And now I would like to share and invite our one of the co-facilitator and owner partner, Shahnaz, because why we choose each other to work on this journey. And since you all know in our country, risks and governance very crucial segment, but the institute who directly working to nourish the development of leaders to go through risks and governance area is very few. So me and Shahnaz, we are working as the responsible human being to develop this area. So I'm welcoming now Shahnaz, please share the journey of FINSalliance and you and how we can collaborate in future.
Thank you. Thank you, Sabnam. That was a very nice introduction. So I will start with some of the slides that I've prepared for the, event. But before that, সবাইকে শুভ সন্ধ্যা, assalamu alaikum, good evening. I'm actually delighted to join you all for this important launching. We are calling it Leadership for Risk and Governance, where resilience meets strategy and experience. So I'm Shahnaz Sultana, CEO FINSalliance, Risk Advisory and Consultancy. And I have over 28 years of experience in banking. I've had the privilege of building a career in international banking and risk management, learning invaluable lessons, along the way. So let me just share the slide, and then, I can take you through some of the stories that my friend Sabnam has requested me to share today. So this is the session is called Leadership for Risk and Governance. And today, this is a very, important event for us. We are launching a transformational coaching and partnership with DLeader. So, across the world, we are reminded every day of the consequences of financial crimes, scams, and governance irregularities, etc. These are not distant issues anymore. They directly affect trust, stability, and sustainability in our financial system, in our organizations, and even in our communities. In this landscape, leadership isn't just about vision. It's about resilience, foresight, decisive action, integrity, and transparency. These qualities are crucial and form a unique character requirements for today's leaders. So today's leaders have, a lot to do. I mean, the expectations have gone up with all the kinds of, crisis, all the kinds of challenges that we see around us. So a little bit about FinSalliance. We are a risk advisory and consultancy, and our company's vision is true to our goal. So we like to,
Video of Kursi.
walk the talk and also take our customer through the same experience. So, our mission is creative solutions for risk management and revenue growth through advisory, consultancy, and
এখানে
different
রিজিয়ন দিবা
kind
কিন্তু
of
তুমি
learning
রিজিয়ন
and
দাও না তো
development. We're also working on sustainable financing, fintech, and SME Connect. So very briefly, this is the team that we have in Bangladesh. You can see, we have two very experienced consultants. They are the consultants, Salima Alan Hussain, senior consultant, Hassan Mahmoud Khurshid, senior consultant. Then we have Nabiha Sultana as client success team manager, and also Armana Shafiq, client associate team associate. So these are our speakers and partners from around the globe. Tom Burnside, you can see here. He's based in the US. We have Marcus Hall based in Singapore. We have Hua Ping Chang based in Hong Kong, and Biet Murray based in Germany. So now, I want to talk about why FinSalliance and DLeader. What are we bringing to you? This collaboration is actually unique because it combines two distinct areas of expertise. On one side, as you heard from, Sabnam already, we have business and leadership coaching by, Sabnam. And she didn't say, but I would like to say, because I'm very proud of her, she's Bangladesh's first female triple accredited leadership coach who brings over more than 15 years of experience and 3,000 plus coaching hours. So, we absolutely feel very proud of her. She empowers leaders to clarify their vision, build ethical capabilities, and navigate growth with confidence. So, really, I think that we can take a pause there and, give a round of applause virtually to Sabnam and all her achievements. I'm very happy for that. On the other side, risk coaching and advisory by FINSalliance is guided by my own experience. I had the humble opportunity to serve as the country chief of Wells Fargo Bank Bangladesh office. I also had the opportunity of double hatting a few times, playing additional role as regional risk officer, covering around 14 countries in the APAC. Taking you through my story, I had to prepare country risk reports for senior leaders around the globe, flagging any risk outside our appetite by engaging directly with bankers, executives, and also regulators. Sometimes, mostly actually, not sometimes, analyzing media and industry developments. The role required me to review sometimes, 20 to 30 risk proposals a month as regional risk officers. And these risk memos were very comprehensive and on financial institutions based in countries like China, Vietnam, Malaysia, Korea, Philippines, all over the APAC. So for Bangladesh, I had to manage the revenue portfolio, balancing risk mitigation with business goals. Often we had to challenge industry practices, which sometimes meant short-term losses, but ultimately led greater market share and stronger outcomes. At this point, I would like to mention my risk guru, whom I saw, showed little while
risk
ago, Tom
mitigation
Burnside,
with business
with
goals.
whom I now continue collaborating on counter financial crime projects. So he introduced a brilliant approach of sharing success stories, asking customers to highlight challenges and how they overcome them instead of sharing the stories of receiving awards and celebrations and accolades. I learned a lot from this, concept philosophy, which ties to one of Tom's quotes again, which is purpose, not pageantry. So this pioneering program has been designed based on these experiences that I had, studies that I have, and real life risk cases throughout my career journey, which are less about theories and more about practical experiences and how those can be applied in approaching risk at the individual or at organizational level. So this program will be more interactive in nature than just a one-way communication where we hear about the challenges of the participants and preach them. In this program, we have a creative way of listening to you first, understand your challenges, and pick those experiences from real life case and try to guide the participants in that way and highlight the early warning signals and the probable mitigating strategies. So we will be combining leadership development with risk and governance expertise. We will also be building resilient organizations with strong governance foundations, strengthening leadership aligned with strategy, values, and ethics, and also equipping leaders with foresight, tools, and confidence to navigate complexity. So, what is our promise? One can really ask. What's different? We transform leaders, not just guide businesses. We build resilience and amplify impact. Through real life case studies and practical frameworks, participants will learn to spot early risks, strengthen governance, and act decisively. So, in this slide, we just little bit very quickly are showing why is this so important now? What is the relevance here? And then, the importance of boundaries through famous case studies. That may sound a bit, exotic, right? But, it is not actually, because um, that's the best way to exchange knowledge, when you can really share your real life experiences. Because, if you can organize it in such a way and then you can apply it, that becomes really effective and impactful. So, here we want to show and we want to say that the idea behind risk and governance coaching is simple but powerful: to empower leaders at all levels, from students to executives, because we would like to develop an awareness about this risk and governance, so that, it's not only for the experts, it's not only for the chief anti-money laundering officers only, but, we are introduced to this concept from a early age. We understand that there are boundaries, and that's good for us. So, to recognize risks early, to act with resilience, and to build organizations that are both strong and sustainable. Many times we fail, and we fail to take preventive measures, right? Or suddenly end up in a situation where we have responsibility of managing an impact without being truly responsible for it. So basically, যদি বাংলায় বলি, অন্য কারোর কুকর্মের জন্য you have to be the person now who is doing the work, অথবা ওইটাকে আপনি এখন ঠিক করছেন, রাইট? এরকম অনেক সময় সিচুয়েশনটা হয়। সো দ্যাট টাইম অলসো আমাদেরকে কিন্তু ডায়াগনোসিসটা আগে করতে হবে। ডায়াগনোসিস, প্ল্যানিং, এই জায়গাগুলি আগে করতে হবে বিফোর উই কাম আপ উইথ আ ট্রিটমেন্ট প্ল্যান। সেম থিং গোজ ফর রিস্ক অলসো। I want to highlight the significance of boundaries এখন in risk management and governance. অনেক সময়, boundaries are seen to be a very negative thing, but boundaries are not meant to limit growth. They are meant to safeguard it, to protect it. They can be established through policies, framework, and committed people, of course. So, when these boundaries are absent, what happens? I think we are all familiar with that. When these are absent, then, there can be crisis, right? I think we are, to some extent, we are familiar with those kinds of situations. And then, what happens is the appetite keeps growing. The risk appetite keeps growing. So আজকে একটুখানি আপনি রিস্ক দেখলেন, আপনি কিছু করলেন না, বাউন্ডারি রেফার করলেন না, আপনার পলিসি ফ্রেমওয়ার্কটা আপনি দেখলেন না, কালকে কিন্তু আপনার রিস্ক অ্যাপিটাইটটা আরেকটু বেড়ে যাবে, তারপরের দিন আরেকটু বেড়ে যাবে। সো that is, that's really a danger. This is what leads to unsustainable growth and eventually a crisis. This is why our coaching is so important. So if I can go to the next slide. Okay. So এখানে আমরা অ্যাকচুয়ালি দেখাতে যাচ্ছি একটা স্যাম্পল স্লাইড to show what kind of approach the program will include when going through real life case studies. So this is a very famous case. আপনারা হয়তো অনেকে familiar না। You know, this is about One Malaysia Development Berhad, commonly or more popularly known 1MDB. A state-owned fund launched in 2009 became one of the world's largest financial scandals, with around USD 10 billion allegedly misappropriated through shell companies, offshore accounts, and elite collusion. So এখানে আমি জানি না আপনারা বোধহয় দেখতে পাচ্ছেন, Jolo, the center of the whole scandal, the central character. Jolo's extravagant lifestyle illustrates the principle of purpose, not pageantry. অর্থাৎ আপনি actually purpose driven হতে হবে আপনাকে, কিন্তু পারপাস থেকে যেগুলি আপনাকে ডেভিয়েট করে, যেগুলি আপনাকে ডিস্ট্র্যাক্ট করে, সেগুলি কিন্তু আপনাকে সরায় ফেলতে হবে। সো পারপাস নট প্যাজেন্ট্রি, প্রায়োরিটাইজিং appearances over meaningful results can misguide decisions and undermine governance. আমাদের কিন্তু এটাই হচ্ছে অনেক সময় আমরা দেখছি। So আপনারা দেখতে পারেন যে from a young age he led a lavish life and quickly built high profile connections, projecting an image that masked his true intentions. সো এই ধরনের আমরা কেস স্টাডিজ গুলি দিয়ে আমাদের প্রোগ্রামটা সাজিয়েছি। আমরা যদি আরেকটা স্লাইড ভেরি কুইকলি দেখাই। সো এই স্লাইডটা 1MDBরই একটা উল্লেখযোগ্য পার্ট, which is called the Goldman Sachs bond structure. So আমরা এতটাই ডিপে যাব, but please don't feel overwhelmed because when we talk about these cases, we will make it related to yours. So it's not that যে কেউ sign up করলে you will be overwhelmed with all the information. But what I want to show is that in order to explain risk, in order to explain what is best for what situation, we actually have to go to the real life cases. সো এখানে কিন্তু দেখা যাচ্ছে যে আপনার এখানে co-conspirators, facilitators and almost heroes, মানে যারা জোলোকে অলমোস্ট ধরে ফেলেছিল। কনস্পিরেটরসদের মধ্যে দেখাচ্ছে কি ডিসিশন মেকার্স অ্যাক্রস গভর্নমেন্ট, ব্যাংকস অ্যান্ড বোর্ডস হু ইনেবলড দ্য ক্লেপ্টোক্রেসি। আমি শিওর যে আপনারা ক্লেপ্টোক্রেসি ওয়ার্ডটার সাথে ফ্যামিলিয়ার। এটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি কারাপশন বলে, মানে খুব সহজভাবে যখন নাকি একটা দেশের লেফট, রাইট, আপ, ডাউন সবখানেই কারাপশন ছেয়ে যায়, একটা দেশ অথবা একটা অর্গানাইজেশন অথবা একটা যে কোনো একটা ঘটনায়। And then you can see facilitators. এখানে facilitators বলতে banks, accountants, regulators and law firms who saw red flags but allowed wrongdoing to continue. So এই ধরনের কেসগুলি মানে very important because এগুলির সাথে আমরা সবাই relate করতে পারবো। And then almost heroes, actually, individuals who tried to stop Jolo early, including courts compliance in Switzerland and the 1MDB chairman and one director, but ultimately stepped back, letting weaker replacement take over. So যারা নাকি অলমোস্ট হিরো, তারা হচ্ছে যে এই ধরনের যারা নাকি অলমোস্ট ধরতে যেও, অনেক দূর আগিয়ে যেও কিন্তু সাকসেসফুল হতে পারেনি। So these are very interesting cases and I'm sure যে এই কেসগুলি দিয়ে আপনাদেরকে প্রোগ্রাম কিংবা কোচিং গুলি করলে আপনাদের বুঝতে অনেক সুবিধা হবে, instead of just one way of communication. Next slide actually talks about the value proposition of this program. So very quickly, this program gives us the lens to see risks for what they are, to ask the difficult questions and to ensure that growth is built on a foundation of integrity and resilience. And I would like to highlight here that asking questions is absolutely bare minimum. এটার কোনো alternative নাই। অনেক সময় হয় অনেক দেশে কালচারে কোয়েশ্চেন করাটাকে একটা মনে করে নেগেটিভ, কিংবা এটা কেন আমাকে কোয়েশ্চেন করা হচ্ছে, বাট এটাকে আসলে ওয়েলকাম করতে হবে if you want to really understand risk and if you want to mitigate risk. The value is tangible. It is absolutely tangible. I call it এখানে দেখাচ্ছি 3C. I call it clarity, confidence and credibility. So 3C. কনফিডেন্স হচ্ছে, আপনি জানেন ক্ল্যারিটি হচ্ছে যখন নাকি আনসার্টেনিটি ডমিনেটস, সো দ্যাট ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। The framework, the program should have clarity. Confidence in your governance practices. You have to question, you have to, doubt, and you have to establish the fact. Credibility with stakeholders because your decisions are backed by accountability. In a world of constant change, this is how you turn challenges into opportunities. So with that, I will end my presentation. Onek bolechi hoytoba, but I thought that, I'll take this opportunity and, over to you, Sabnam. If there are any questions, I will be happy to take that later on. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Appa, for this powerful presentation with clarity that why we need one person that we need leadership grooming. It's undeniable. But how we can make sure that people of board and management both are aligned together, and not only the top management managers in each level, they all need to be aligned. And in our country this is actually in dysfunctional mood, and we have to work with the people and process. So thanks again for this wonderful sharing journey and story, inspiring case study as well. From your discussion, it's very much like the dawn. You bring the dawn that how and why we need this, and this is a curiosity that why and how a person or leader can explore this journey. There are lots of story, lots of case study, and corporate governance risks is like ocean, and in one program definitely we cannot capture, but today we are going to capture the general view, and as well as we will explore a little bit in ESG segment as well, since ESG is a core will now for all company in Bangladesh in all segment like banking and multinational RMG in every area. Now people is looking forward to it. So with this, now I would like to invite one storyteller, Nazrul Islam Bhai, that if you share your journey as a leader, you are in fin industry, you have witnessed the risks and governance procedure in our country. So would you please share your journey and how a leader can change and what are the challenges they are facing in risks and governance area? Nazrul Bhai.
Thank you, Appa, for the opportunity to be here with these very renowned people around the globe. I would say from Hong Kong to Bangladesh and around the globe. So let me introduce myself. I am Nazrul Islam Chowdhury. I identify myself as a corporate governance professional, and I'm a fellow member of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries of Bangladesh. স্বপ্ন পাপা যেটা বলেছিলেন স্টোরি টেলিং এর ইস্যুটা, আমি যদি জাস্ট ওভাবেই যাই টু মেক দিস ডিসকাশন ইন্টারেক্টিভ, সেটা হচ্ছে আমার আমার জার্নিটার কথা বলছিলেন আপনি, যে হোয়াট আই হ্যাভ সিন দ্য লিডারশিপের এই জায়গাটা গভর্নেন্সের পার্সপেক্টিভে। আমি যদি ডিরেক্টলি ওই জায়গাটা ফোকাস করে কথাটা বলা স্টার্ট করি, যে রিসেন্ট টাইমে বাংলাদেশে আমরা সবাই জানি যে ব্যাংক ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে অনেকগুলো ব্যাংকে সেন্ট্রাল ব্যাংক একটা লিস্ট করেছে তারা, মানে যে কোন ব্যাংকগুলোতে কি অসুবিধা, একটা অ্যানালিসিস করেছে। তো সোফার আই রিকল তারা 54টা ব্যাংকের উপর একটা অ্যানালিসিস করে তারা আইডেন্টিফাই যেটা করলো সেটা হচ্ছে 2/3 অফ দিস 54, মানে মোর দেন 30 ব্যাংক আর উইক, এরকম একটা কনক্লুশনে বাংলাদেশ ব্যাংক এসছে। তো 30টা ব্যাংক উইক 54টার মধ্যে, তার মধ্যে 8 থেকে 10টা ব্যাংক হচ্ছে পুয়ার। বাংলা মানে ওনারা শব্দটা যেটা হচ্ছে পুয়ার, মানে একেবারেই অবস্থা মানে নাজুক এরকম। তো আমার এখানে প্রশ্ন হচ্ছে যে হোয়াটস দ্য প্রবলেম, এটা কেন হলো? মানে আমরা তো শুনে আসছি, আমরা তো দেখে আসছি, আমরা তো বুঝে আসছি যে ব্যাংক বা ইকোনমি সবকিছুই ঠিকঠাক আছে, হঠাৎ করে কিভাবে 30টা ব্যাংক হঠাৎ করে দুর্বল হয়ে পড়লো? এখন আমরা জানি যে 5টা ফার্স্ট ফেজে মার্জ হচ্ছে, সেকেন্ড ফেজে শুনছি যে আরো গ্রাজুয়ালি এরকম 20টার মতো হতে পারে। হ্যাঁ, তো এই সময়টা এই 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 সিচুয়েশনটা কেন হলো? এটা কি কমপ্লায়েন্সের কোনো সমস্যা ছিল? আমরা তো যেটা জেনে আসছি যে রিস্ক রিলেটেড, গভর্নেন্স রিলেটেড, কমপ্লায়েন্স রিলেটেড, সব ধরনের রেগুলেটরি রিকোয়ারমেন্ট যেগুলো ছিল এগুলো বাংলাদেশ ব্যাংকে টাইম টু টাইম প্রত্যেকটা ব্যাংক সাবমিট করতে হয়। দে ফাইল রিপোর্টস, পিরিয়ডিক রিপোর্টস, দে সাবমিট রিটার্নস, মানে অন পেপার দে আর কমপ্লায়েন্ট। তো স্টিল উই হ্যাভ সিন দ্য ব্যাংকস আর শেকেন বাই কি বলে স্ক্যান্ডালস, যেটা দেখছি আমরা কিছু ক্ষেত্রে বাই ডাইরেক্টরস, নন পারফর্মিং লোন এমন এমন পরিমাণ আপনি অবাক হবেন, অনেক ব্যাংকের মোর দেন 50%, 60-70% নন পারফর্মিং লোন আছে। এটা আমরা হঠাৎ করে জানলাম এই অবস্থা। এবং পাবলিক যে ট্রাস্ট এটা একেবারে মিনিমাম লেভেলে চলে এসছে। তো এটা কেন? আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে যে এই কমপ্লায়েন্স অ্যালোন ডাজন্ট গ্যারান্টি স্টেবিলিটি। রিয়েল প্রবলেম ইজ গভর্নেন্স। এই গভর্নেন্সের জায়গাটা আমাদের মনে হয় একটু আমরা মানে কমপ্লায়েন্স এবং গভর্নেন্স এই দুইটাকে আমরা মিক্স করে ফেলি। আমার আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিংটা এরকম যে আমরা সবাই বলি যে কমপ্লায়েন্সটা ইউজুয়ালি সবাই এই যে ইউজুয়ালি কর্পোরেট গভর্নেন্স কোডটা কিরকম আমাদের, যে সেটা হচ্ছে অনেকগুলো কন্ডিশন আছে, সেখানে আমরা ইদার দিস কন্ডিশন ইজ কমপ্লাইড বাই দ্য কোম্পানি অর নট, পুট পুট দ্য টিক মার্ক অন ইউ। তো এই এই হচ্ছে আমাদের লিস্টেড কোম্পানির জন্য কমপ্লায়েন্স ইন বাংলাদেশ, যে কোন জায়গায় কে কি পারফর্ম করছে, ইদার পুট ইয়েস টিক অর নো টিক, এরকম কিছু। আচ্ছা, ওয়ারেজ আমার আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং গভর্নেন্স ইজ মাচ ডিপার থিং। হ্যাঁ, এটা ইটস অ্যাবাউট অ্যাকাউন্টেবিলিটি, ইটস অ্যাবাউট ইন্টিগ্রিটি। তো এই জায়গা থেকে কেন এটা হলো, আমার অবজারভেশনটা হচ্ছে প্রথমত যেটা শাহনাজ আপা বললেন যে রিস্কের বিষয়টা ডিটেল বললেন। উনি বললেন যে লিডারদের এখানে এম্পাওয়ার করার বিষয় আছে কোচিং এর থ্রুতে, বা তাদের ইভেন ট্রেনিং এর যে ব্যাপারটা, বিভিন্ন রোলস রেসপন্সিবিলিটি অফ দ্য ডাইরেক্টরস এন্ড টপ ম্যানেজমেন্ট, ওনাদের এটা বোঝানোর জন্য তাদেরকে বিভিন্ন ধরনের এডুকেশন প্রোগ্রাম বলেন বা ট্রেনিং বলেন, এগুলোর তো ম্যাসিভ গ্যাপ আছে আমাদের দেশে। এটা 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 ট্রু, সবাই এটা মানতে হবে। মানে ডাইরেক্টর বা টপ ম্যানেজমেন্টকে তাদের রোলস রেসপন্সিবিলিটি এডুকেট করার জায়গা, ইনস্টিটিউশনাল অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্ট ইজ ভেরি ভেরি ফিউ, আই উড সে। তো এটা একটা জায়গা আছে। কিন্তু আমার যেটা আমি একটু রেগুলেটরি লিগ্যাল অ্যাসপেক্টে যদি বলি, সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে মেইন প্রবলেম তিনটা। আমার আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং আরো অনেক থাকতে পারে, আমি জাস্ট এই তিনটা হাইলাইট করব এখানে। সেটা হচ্ছে যে প্রথমত গভর্নেন্স রিলেটেড যে লস গুলো আছে এগুলো আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে উইক। হ্যাঁ, উইক আমি বলবো, যদি গভর্নেন্স রিলেটেড লস, আই রিপিট। যেমন এর মধ্যে আরেকটা, এটা আমি এক্সপ্লেনেশনটা পরে আসি। সেকেন্ড আরেকটা বিষয় হচ্ছে যে সেন্ট্রাল ব্যাংক, আমি ব্যাংক কোম্পানিটা ফোকাস করে যেহেতু কথা বলছি, সেন্ট্রাল ব্যাংকের যে ইফেক্টিভ মনিটরিং এবং যে কন্ট্রোলের জায়গাটা, এটা একটা গ্যাপ আছে আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে। থার্ড হচ্ছে যে এই যে গভর্নেন্স রিলেটেড যে ইয়েগুলো আছে, লসগুলো যাই আছে, কোড কন্ডাক্ট, বেস্ট প্র্যাকটিস, ডিরেক্টিভস, আইনও আছে অনেক কিছু, সার্কুলার লেটার, বিভিন্ন রেগুলেটরের কাছ থেকে যেগুলো আছে, এগুলো যে মনিটরিং করার জন্য ইফেক্টিভ টুল নাই। এটা আমার কাছে একটা বড় ধরনের জিনিস মনে হয়। যাই আছে, যাই রুলস রেগুলেশন আছে, সেটা ইমপ্লিমেন্টেশন মনিটরিং এর জন্য ইমপ্লিমেন্টেশনের যথাযথ টুলসের যথেষ্ট গ্যাপ আছে বলে আমার কাছে মনে হয় আর কি। এই তিনটা জিনিস। এখন যদি আইনের কথাটা বলি, ব্যাংক কোম্পানি আইনে কর্পোরেট গভর্নেন্স রিলেটেড অনেকগুলো বিষয় আছে, বেশি আছে তাদের সার্কুলারে, যেমন রোলস অ্যান্ড রেসপন্সিবিলিটি অফ ডাইরেক্টরস, সিনিয়র ম্যানেজমেন্ট, ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্ট ডাইরেক্টরস, এবং আছে যে কনসালটেন্ট মানে কনসালটেন্ট অ্যাপয়েন্টমেন্ট, তাদের রিলেটেড পার্টি ট্রানজ্যাকশনের রুলস আছে, প্রকিউরমেন্ট অফ গুডস অ্যান্ড সার্ভিসেস ফ্রম রিলেটেড ব্যাংক রিলেটেড পারসনস, এগুলো আছে। যেমন আবার বোর্ড বোর্ড কম্পোজিশনের ইস্যু আছে, ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্ট ডাইরেক্টরের পার্সেন্টেজের ইস্যু আছে। হ্যাঁ, তো ফ্যামিলি ডাইরেক্টরশিপ লিমিট, যেটা ফ্যামিলি ডমিনেশনের যে ইস্যুটা, শেয়ার হোল্ডিং ভোটিং রাইটসের যে ইস্যুটা, এই এই আইনের এই বিষয়গুলোতে আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে আইনটা এরকম, এটা যদি ধরেন কথা কথা আইন যেটা আছে সেটাই তো আমি কমপ্লাই করব, আমি যদি সেটা কমপ্লাই করি দ্যাট উইল নট গ্যারান্টি ইউর গুড গভর্নেন্স অ্যান্ড সাস্টেনেবিলিটি। যেটা আছে সেটা যদি আমি ফুল কমপ্লাই করি,
And
এখন যদি
I wish to add here, Nazrul Bhai, with you, that you bring the necessity of tools and laws. And as per our time limitation as well, I would like to request that এই জায়গাটাতে আপনি যদি in passage করে আমাদের করণীয়টা কি বলে যদি আমাদের করতেন। থ্যাংক ইউ।
জি, এটাতে করণীয় যে প্রবলেমটিটা আমি আইডেন্টিফাই করলাম, আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে প্রথমত যদি আমরা আইন কানুনের যে জায়গাটা, এটা ব্যাংক কোম্পানি আইনটা যদি আরেকটু স্ট্রিকার করতে পারি, বিশেষ করে ফ্যামিলি রিপ্রেজেন্টেশন ইন দ্য বোর্ড। এখন হচ্ছে 3 জন সেম ফ্যামিলি থেকে আসতে পারে, ইন এডিশন তাদের নিয়ন্ত্রিত প্রতিষ্ঠান থেকে আরো 2 জন আসতে পারে। সো একটা সিঙ্গেল ফ্যামিলি থেকে 3, 2, 5 জন আসতে পারে। বাংলাদেশে ব্যাংক কোম্পানিগুলোর বোর্ড সাইজ ইজ অন অ্যান এভারেজ 10 to 12 পিপল। তো তাইলে 2-3টা কোম্পানি, 2-3টা ফ্যামিলি ইজ অ্যাকচুয়ালি ডমিনেটিং দ্য ব্যাংক। আরেকটা হচ্ছে টেনিওর অফ দ্য ব্যাংক, টেনিওর অফ দ্য ডাইরেক্টরশিপ। সেটা হচ্ছে যে 10, 20, ইভেন 25, 30 বছর যাবত ডাইরেক্টর কোনো চেঞ্জ হওয়ার নাই। আমাদের আইন আইন 12 বছর জায়গায় রাখছে। এই জায়গাগুলো অ্যাড্রেস করতে হবে, ল গুলো অ্যাড্রেস করতে হবে। সেকেন্ড হচ্ছে, দুইটা জিনিস একটু বলে শেষ করি ফর দ্য সেক অফ সেভিং টাইম। সেটা হচ্ছে আমাদের একটা জায়গা, যেমন আমি বলি যদি হাইলাইট করি, এটা জিনিসটা আমার একটু চিন্তা, যে আমি এটাকে নাম দিচ্ছি হচ্ছে NDRS, মানে নোট অফ ডিসেন্ট রেকর্ডিং সিস্টেম। বোর্ড মিটিং এ যে ডিসকাশন গুলো হয়, যে নোট অফ ডিসেন্ট হয়, যে ডিফারেন্স অফ ওপিনিয়ন হয়, সেগুলো রেজুলেশনে যদি নোট অফ ডিসেন্ট থাকে, সেটা রেগুলেটরের থ্রুতে কোম্পানি থেকে একটা যদি রিয়েল টাইম যদি একটা অনলাইন ইয়ে থাকে, অনলাইন রিপোর্টিং মেকানিজম থাকে, তাহলে অ্যাকাউন্টেবিলিটির জায়গাটা বাড়বে, রেড ফ্ল্যাগ রেজ করাটা ইজি হবে, নাম্বার 1। নাম্বার 2 হচ্ছে সেক্রেটারিয়াল অডিট, একটা শব্দ আছে, এটা মিস ইন্টারপ্রিটেড বাই মেনি অফ আস, যে সেক্রেটারিয়াল অডিট মিনিং হচ্ছে কাগজপত্রের, হয়তো এটা আসলে তা না। স্কোপ অফ সেক্রেটারিয়াল অডিট হচ্ছে কমপ্লায়েন্স অফ অল লজ অ্যান্ড রেগুলেশনস রিলেটেড টু বোর্ড, রিলেটেড টু রিস্ক ম্যানেজমেন্ট, রিলেটেড টু মানে ICC, ইন্টারনাল কন্ট্রোল কমপ্লায়েন্স, এভরিথিং। তো এই জায়গাটা যদি ইন্ট্রোডিউস করা যায়, ইন্ডিয়াতে এটা আছে, এই জায়গাটা যদি একটা সেক্রেটারিয়াল অডিটটা যদি লিস্টেড কোম্পানির জন্য ম্যান্ডেটরি করা যায়, অ্যাটলিস্ট এটার যদি প্রপার ইমপ্লিমেন্টেশন করা যায়, আই থিঙ্ক প্রতিষ্ঠানগুলোর সাস্টেনেবিলিটি ভালো হবে। আর লিডারশিপের সাথে যদি কানেক্ট করি, লিডারশিপের জায়গাটা আপা অলরেডি, শাহনাজ আপা অলরেডি বলছেন, ডেফিনেটলি মনির আপা বলবেন, আপনিও বলবেন নিশ্চয়ই। আমি শুধু একটা কথা বলি, যে আমার যদি একটা রুলস রেগুলেশন, আইন কানুনের যদি সলিড স্ট্রং ফাউন্ডেশন থাকে, দেন দ্য লিডার্স ক্যান কাম অ্যান্ড প্লে দেয়ার রোল। সো আমি এই জায়গাটাই শেষ করি, শুধু যে বলে যে কমপ্লায়েন্স কিপস আস লিগ্যাল, আর গভর্নেন্স কিপস আস ইথিক্যাল, অ্যাকাউন্টেবল অ্যান্ড সাস্টেনেবল। থ্যাংক ইউ।
It's so powerful, Nazrul Bhai. You bring the elephant into the room. That where we need to look forward, and that's very important for our country. And dear audience, I have observed lots of praise you have showered for Nazrul Bhai's stories, and you also share your opinion. We'll get back to all of you, and we all know this is the journey we started today, and it's never ended. That's one commitment we can share. So with that diligence, I would like to now invite our Mostafa Monira Appa. Mostafa Monira Appa, you are an expert on carbon valuation and ESG. So if you share that what we needed as a leader in your expertism area, and how we can develop to handle risks and governance through the ESG lens, it will be great for us. Over to you, Monira Appa.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much, Sabnam. Good evening and Shubho Shandha Shabaike. Ami Mostafa Monira Firdouse. My call name is Monira. So I have about more than 25 years of journey in different sector, mostly in the finance sector, but in last more than 15 years, I've been covering impact measurement. So myself, I would like to call myself impact measurement specialist. That's where I am comfortable. So while I'm doing the impact measurement, I like fondly saw that when we are counting the impact, actually in the sixth capital, we are looking at where the impacts are depleting, where the impacts are increasing, where the benefits are going. And those six capital actually are managed, or if we put in a big bucket, so that goes six capital under the environmental capital, under the social capital, and also the governance or the leadership capital. So so thanks to Shahnaz for highlighting risk and the leadership, how they are like two sides of the coin. Like one cannot bring the benefit without others. And thanks to Nazrul Bhai for bringing what is the role of the board and the crucial role of the governance. The word called governance, which cannot be achieved through the tick mark. I love that word, honestly. Like the difference between compliance and the governance, we just cannot define the governance with a tick mark. So through that, I would like to share a brief presentation, 4 slides, to talk about like where ESG has taken the place of as an effective tool to create the positive impact and monitor the negative impact of each and every capital, which categorized under the environmental capital, social capital, and also the governance capital. So please allow me to share the presentation and let's take the journey together. Yep. So can everybody see the slides?
Yes, we can. Thanks.
Somehow I cannot see the slide. Okay, now I can, hopefully. So I would like to, as I was saying, that the ESG it's a strategic risk management tool. And who runs the ESG is the leader. So who are the leaders? CEOs, CTOs, CSOs, compliance officer, Nazrul Bhai, Shahnaz Appa? Not necessarily. Everybody is a leader of their own task. And how we know that everybody is the leader of their own task? Because through the ESG tool, everything is trackable. Everything is monitorable. Everything goes back like where the gaps are. As Nazrul Bhai was saying, that the monitoring tool, is that enough? Is that only comply with the tick box? So to solve that problem, globally, ESG become as a tool become more popular. How it's become popular? Because it exactly shows where the gaps are. Shahnaz Appa was talking about the diagnostics, the risk diagnostic. How do you do the diagnostic? Because you know where the gaps are, where you're going to go and drill down, why it is happening, why the gaps are, where we are missing, and how to fix that. So from the leadership and from the risk governance point of view, I would say that, okay, so I'm missing it. Yeah, so from the leadership and from the risk governance point of view, ESG is the most evolving and the instrumental tool to manage the sustainability. Before I go into like what ESG and how it's managing the gap analysis, I would also bring the carbon valuation. So the one of the theme of the ESG is why we do ESG. The first genre come as manage the carbon emission. And over the period in last 2 decades, when we know like how to manage the carbon, how to track the carbon, so at this moment from the carbon valuation services, we are looking at from the point of view how we can value the carbon. Carbon not as a problem, but carbon as the opportunity. And that can bring the solution into the society, into the environment, and into the governance. So first of all, I would like to congratulations to FINSalliance and the DLeader to launch this platform, especially when Bangladesh is going through the financial and social overhauling. There is no good time than this to promote ESG and sustainability for the risk and governance mechanism. So let's begin the journey to see what does ESG means and how it's gonna help the leaders not to manage the risk, but to foresee, anticipate, make the good assumption of the upcoming risk and make the plan how to manage it. Moving to the next slide. Sorry, somehow I'm not good at it. Okay. So let's start with the ESG. All we know that ESG is the environmental, social, and governance. So let's see where it connects with the leadership. So good leadership today means more than just hitting the financial target. So all we know, like when a company comes, it's all about profit, not only profit making, it's also the profit maximizing. So in that terms, so it's always like when any leadership comes in a point, the first thing come as the number. Like what's the profit figure? But how the profit figure coming? Maybe this is the right time to ask the question, whether this profit is a real profit, whether this profit will sustain, whether this profit has been governed properly. So as Shahnaz mentioned, so that somebody else do not need to pay for your bad impact or do not need to suffer for your bad impact. So that's how the good leadership today means more than just hitting the financial target. It's all about being productive, being trust, and preparing for the risk that comes with a climate change, labor issues, and governance failure. So most of the time, we see that when there is labor issue, when there is governance problem, like we see a lot of media coverage, and like we love to see maybe this is the PR problem. The bank did not know how to manage or the company didn't know how to manage the journalist or how to manage the media. But actually, these are the business risks. And leaders who incorporated the ESG into their governance framework are better equipped to handle disruption and build resilience, as Shahnaz was saying. Like if you see in this banking crisis, if you look at the Bragg Bank, if you look at the city, I mean, they were present at the same time when there was crisis in the central bank, when there was crisis in the board governance. But how could they maintain a good reputation and still standing as the sustainable company with best practices? So so that's also suffice justify like why ESG and the sustainability and that intersects with the proper leadership. And as I said, this leadership means everybody is empowered, equipped, and knows what they are doing that is not creating any negative impact, which is unmanageable.
That's so wonderful, Appa. You bring that why leadership is very important, and we have a very small time. So if you please share that what a leader can bring, and then we can jump to
Okay.
Shahnaz Appa. Yes.
No problem. So we already see like what a leader can bring, like by integrating ESG into the risk and governance framework, the leader can bring data privacy. First of all, like data privacy also assure and ensure you know your client, like we say KYC, know your client. So know your client means when you know your client, you are also ensuring your clients, hey, you are safe with me. So you're creating that safeguard for the client. Second thing is the process transparency. So ESG brings not what has been done, it's mostly covers why it has been done and how it has why and how it has been done, why this and why not that, to manage the positive impact and monitor the negative impact. Then it's coming that also defines like when you know things what you are doing and why you are doing and how you are doing, that actually creates this smooth operational resilience, because you exactly knows where are the gaps are. And and that brings the improvement of accountability, course correction, sustainability, like sustainable profitability. I
That's
wouldn't
so great.
say
That's so great,
maximizing
Munirapa.
profitability,
So would
it's the
you just
sustainability
share that
profitability.
as a carbon valuation expert, what is your vision? We would like to hear that, and then pass the steering to Shahnaz. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so from carbon valuation, so when the ESG is in place, then we can see like what is the carbon capture, what is the carbon measurement is there, like how much carbon has been emitting. So as a Bangladeshi, it's in my heart because we are we are a carbon negative country. At the same time, we are also a producing country. So when we have both in hand, so that came in my mind, like why don't we like put the carbon or put a value to the carbon? So you are aware, like the carbon pricing, the carbon trading. It's not a new jargon, but maybe it is very unknown to Bangladesh. But from the carbon valuation, I would like to promote and say out loud that Bangladesh has the huge potentiality to make the carbon, to capture the carbon and make the carbon market and bring the sustainability, bring the profitable sustainability angle through the carbon measurement. So that's from the carbon valuation. So that I see that Bangladesh, when Bangladesh is going through all this overhauling process, so maybe we can include that. And I would reiterate it that we must include the carbon credit and carbon pricing mechanism in the sustainability angle, so that people can change their perspective that sustainability, oh, it's a moral thing. No, it's sustainability, it's an economical thing as well. So last but not the least, as I was talking, like when you put a price on carbon, suddenly sustainability become a business case. So if you want to, so when you are managing the risk, you want to do the good governance, you also need to show where the money is. While you will be compliant, while you will be sustainable, you are also profitable. I think when we talk about sustainability, we often forget to talk about it is the most profitable way. So maybe so that's what I would like to urge. So when you say risk, governance, add sustainability, and add say that sustainable profitability. So the
Thank
money
you.
angle should be there.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much, Munirapa, for this
Thank you.
wonderful invitation that how leaders can put their vision on carbon and also work to integrate this with risks and governance. So thank you to share the future with us. I'd like to invite now Shahnaz Appa, and through that we have lots of question in Facebook and LinkedIn. Definitely I'll get back to all of you from our collaboration. We will give you answer in this session or after the session. Don't think that your voice going to be unheard. So Shahnaz Appa, I would like to ask you one thing, because I'm working with you for less than 1 year, and we have created this dream. So I would like to ask you, that question is in my heart, that many of us actually see risks and governance as something that happen in a separate department or is managed by a specialized team. So my question is, how to shift that mindset so that it become a core part of a leader's daily DNA rather than separate function?
Thank you. I think that's an excellent question. Thanks to my, earlier speakers, Nazrul and Monira. Very well said. Excellent presentation. So coming back to Sabnam's question quickly, I know we are at the top of the hour, but while I speak, I like to display a slide, if I may. So I believe that the greatest impact comes from a collective culture. Without a continuous effort to build a culture of mitigating risk, embracing governance, it's just not possible to shift the DNA. There's a misconception that in a fast-paced environment, taking on more risk is the only way to move forward. অর্থাৎ বেশি ব্যবসা করতে গেলে বেশি রিস্ক নিতে হবে। I have spent 28 plus years in banking, and what I have seen is that even if one gains a specialization, unless an individual practices what they have learned, the knowledge is not used. So what we learn, we have to practice. We have to, practice it with others. So আমি এই স্লাইডটা কথা বলতে বলতে এখানে শেয়ার করেছি ভেরি কুইকলি দেখানোর জন্য যে আমরা অ্যাকচুয়ালি জানি আমাদের ভিতরেই কিন্তু আছে অ্যান্সার্স গুলি, হোয়াট ইজ গুড গভর্নেন্স অ্যান্ড হোয়াট ইজ পুয়ার গভর্নেন্স। সো আমরা যদি একটা দেখি এখানে, যেরকম ফর এক্সাম্পল লিডারশিপ, ethical responsible good governance, autocratic conflicted poor governance. So এটা কিন্তু আমাদের ভিতরেই আছে, বাট আমরা অ্যাকচুয়ালি যেটা করি যে আমরা জানা জিনিসটাকেও মানে we don't bring it up front এবং আমরা এটাকে apply করি না। So coming back to your question, I feel that the leaders who were most successful, যেটা মনিরাও বলেছে about the banks, were the ones who saw those early signals and integrated that information into their strategy. So thank you for your question.
Thank you so much, Appa, for this wonderful evidence artifact and your wisdom as well. And we have with us Tajul Bhai, Mahdi Bhai, and Shajib Bhai. They are from the beginning joining us and in LinkedIn we are seeing that Muhammad Monur Islam Bhai plus Jamsheduddin Bhai, everyone actually shared their wisdom, opinion. We'll get back to all of you. So today's ceremony, what we are waiting for, that we have shared, we all know in our heart from any level, that in management or board, we know that we need to change. We all have dream where we wanna go. And what need to change, what need to transform, we all have clarity, but how and who take the lead? There we sometimes pause, we sometimes didn't get the alley. So in this stuck zone, how FINSalliance and DLeader, what we are bringing, we are gonna share. So allow me share our website. For last 1 year we are working, and we also have the question in our mind, what we can do. So from that zone, welcome all of you in this virtual launching ceremony that we opened. FINSalliance and DLeader, we have opened this institute for academician, practitioner, for board member, for top level management, mid level, and any level, anywhere.
Even
We
students.
created, yes, even students, and anyone can join us. And what we have bring You just need to go the website DLeader.org. It's very simple. Then you need to go the service and you will see the leadership for risks and governance. Ta-da! And then you will find, pardon the technology part, you have seen this is the platform we are working for. Leadership for risks and governance. So we all know what we need and what we need to change. We are waiting for Masiha. But from this institute, we are saying we all are Masiha. We all can be leader. How? What? How much? That we are going to share. So in this platform, we are bringing coaching, mentoring, facilitating, grooming, all sort of development process for you. And we all will work together how risks and governance and leadership matters and what we can bring. So we are introducing risks and governance coaching. This is very first moment in Bangladesh. We took liberty. When we worked first, we all also nervous. What's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen. Me and Shahnaz Appa, we spend a lot of moments in brainstorming. The team member who actually worked to develop this website, providing us all sort of IT support of FINSalliance, DLeader, AMIT, they work non-stop to make it happen. And we have designed this program for you, for all of us actually. We all learn together. So meet our coach, Shahnaz Appa, with her excellent expertise on risks and governance measurement, assessment, and the knowledge part. I have witnessed how depth knowledge she is holding, and like her, there are lots of people actually who has knowledge, but she took the first steps with her uh, greatest dream, Shabnam, let's do it. And my zeal, let's make it happen. When we start, we don't have anything, but now we have a platform and we have people like you all and lots of people who wish to witness this change. So we'll be there. And how we are gonna work? We have program for individual, we have program for team, and we have program for organization. So if you need to develop your organization's risks and governance expertise, you wish to development, you wish to change your process, you wish to upgrade the people, the team who is working, you wish to give them knowledge, what would be helpful for them, with Shahnaz Appa's expertise on global and local, the risk assessment tools and uniqueness, and my leadership coaching tools and techniques will be there to help you, your team, your organization to take that space. You can be in RMG sector, you can be in banking sector, you can be in university, you can be housewife as well. Anyone. We believe everybody has a place now to share, to work, and we will build Bangladesh together. So this is a small journey, and I believe after our starting there would be lots of people who wish to work, who have also same sort of dream. So you can join us. In each month we sit here for a community of practice. We have case clinic with lots of cases, global and local, that can be useful. We have courses, we have lots of things. I'm keeping something for your surprise, and I would like to invite you to contact us to grab a meeting spot, and let's design what you are doing. We are bringing this course to bring best from you. We are your supporter. If you are one, we are 00, which can make you 100. So let's join this force. Don't forget the platform. You just need to go DLeader, then Leadership for Risks and Governance. And there is FINSalliance website as well. You can go through. And if you become member and partner of our journey, definitely you are gonna get some gift. And today, who is watching this live and who is joining us, if you wish to get our future courses, cases, consultancy coaching, you all are gonna get 10% discount. at your service. You just need to mention us and rap to us. So I would like to invite Shahnaz Appa here as one of the mastermind of this project and my wheeler, Shahnaz Appa, if you join us.
Thank you. Thank you, Sabnam. That was very sweet of you. I think very nicely you have, launched through your website, beautiful colors. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who joined us. We've discussed the importance of risk aware leadership and the value of the program will bring. We've talked about ESG governance, board governance, but now it's time to act. On behalf of FINS and DLeader, it is with great pleasure and pride that we officially launch the Leadership for Risk and Governance Coaching and Mentoring Program. The future of leadership begins now. Thank you, everyone.
So that's so
Thank you.
wonderful to witness our journey. It's a small journey. I know it's a small steps and our country's people, there are lots of talent people. If you wish to join us, if you wish to fuel up your contribution, we will be there. If you need partner, we will be there. If you need to learn more, we will be there. If you wish to research, if you wish to work on your reporting process, we'll be there. We all will learn and grow together. That's the dream vision we are holding. And we may have some gap as well. We wish to invite you with your insights to join us. This is not female's platform, this is not male platform, this is human platform for all of us, and we all deserve to be the best leader for our country. So now I'm opening this space. I'm taking this time because we were witnessing a very strong opening. So if anyone wish to share, like Tajul Bhai, Sajib Bhai, you are with us for a long time, as well as Sajidul Bhai, you also joined. So if you wish to share anything, 1 minute for all of you, we'd like to hear your voice as well.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Tajul. I just wanted to thank Sabnam Appa and Shahnaz ma'am for this session, inviting us. And this is a really, really, good learning session for me as a young professional and a young leader. And I'll be following you along with your journey. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you. It's a blessing for us, Tajul Bhai, to have you.
Anyone
Anyone?
else has any other question? We are seeing a lot of comments in the live, but it would be great if
I
somebody
would
would
like
like
to
to
read
say.
out Muhammad Monwar Hussein's bhai. He is one of the sustainability practitioner of our country who is actually working in Teams Group. So I would like to pass his wisdom. He shared that independent directors are crucial, and he also point out 3 points I would like to read out: that weak governance related laws, central banks effective monitoring, laws regulation monitoring tools are not adequate. So definitely you point out Nazrul's 5 viewpoints, and which prove that people like you, we deserve in our country with wisdom, and definitely we'll work together in future, and also how we can change and bring better version for our country. I think we are at the end of a good start. So I'm not saying we are ending, we are actually taking pause from this event, but promising that we will be stay alive and blessing for all of you. We'll meet next month. Wait in our website, keep in touch in our social media platform. We are gonna bring very unique learning method and courses. We are promising Shahnaz Appa giving her 200 and 1000% to design a very unique course, and I also put my coaching technique and tools there. So we are gonna bring a very unique first program in October, and grab your seat. Seats are limited, and I believe that we are gonna join. And there is another invitation. If your organization need to develop your risks and governance and your team, just communicate with us. We will be there. We will have a meeting with coffee and design how we can push you to achieve more. So thank you. Thank you all of you, with your blessing, with your zeal. Stay blessed, shining and learning to bring the best version of our country. We trust you all are great leader, and now we will align for future. Stay blessed.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank you for
you. Good
joining.
night.
Good.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Salam.